Hi guys, this is Matt and Felipe, and this is our Learner Series Adult Improver Interview Series number 1. Felipe is the very first guest. He is a ChessGoals member, and in our Discord, we have a bot that tracks like how many points you get based on how active you are in the community. And Felipe's number 1, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to get him on as our very first guest. We interviewed Felipe back in April for the blog, and I'll put a link to that in the description below. How are you doing today, Felipe?
No, it's okay for me. Just one thing before we start. English is not my first language, so sorry for any English blunder I commit. I do here, but I think we it's going to be a great interview.
Yeah, I think your English is very good, so no concerns. And if there's any part you want us to cut out, just say, okay, redo. We can cut it out.
Without a problem.
Yes.
Well, today it's a great day with my family and everything's. It's a Sunday, so it's a day with a little less work, but it's formidable. It's a great
Yeah,
day.
it's a nice day here as well. Good day
Yeah,
for an
yes,
interview, and then after this, we can probably get outside, spend time with
yes,
family.
yes.
All right, so what we're going to do is kind of follow the format of the blog learner series interviews. So the first question I have for you, Felipe, is how old are you, and how long have you been playing chess, and maybe just a little background about your chess.
Okay, no problem. I am 34 years old. Yes, 34. And I learned chess with 8 to 9 years old. But I learned because I was the younger in my class, and I I never be good at sports. Do you know? So I don't run very fast in the football. I was bad, and other things, and we have at school competition between different classes, and chess is one of the sports. So perhaps I go in chess, and I found in my dad stuff a book called My First Chess Manual, and I read that, and I learned the game and start practicing with older children in the school, and and I did very let me say wrong things, like I tried to end passant at night, so
Yeah.
so do me and my friends for 1 year every day we going to play chess. They look at my face and tell Philip and passant, it's only between pawns. So
Yes.
and I learned 8 to 10 years old. And when I was 13 years, I moved the city to Recife. I was from Serra Talhada, a city in the countryside of Pernambuco. I stayed from Brazil, and I went to the capital from Pernambuco to study. When I moved to the capital, I played less chess, and I come back to play chess like 15 to 16 years old. I meet a person called Leandro, my friend, and he played competitive chess. And I know how to play a little bit. Let's play. And we played the 6 game. I lost all of them,
Oh
and
no.
I need to improve a little. And I bought tactics for Serawan. Started reading it. My stats improving, so I start to lose. Oh, I start to win 2 from 5 games against him. Nowadays we are at the same level. So And I entered the medicine school. So for 8 to 10 years, I played chess very little. And last year in November, I caught COVID. And my bedroom isolated. And oh my God, one thing always want to do in my life is play chess well.
Mm-hmm.
And perhaps I am good, but perhaps I could die. So I'm going to start right now. And I pick up my older books, start to train more in November last year. And in January, I found out about chess goals.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought the plan, and the story continues from there.
And what was your rating when you got? What would you estimate your rating was when you got back into it last November?
Oh, last November. Yeah, it's a fun thing too. I start to playing at Lead Chess, and I don't know, I didn't know about the rating differences between the chess in the real one.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh my God, I am very good. 170, no, 1700
Uh-huh.
in Lead Chess. Oh, I'm Class B player. I'm very good. I am in the right way. And I'm going uh, uh, to see how I can convert lead chess rating to feed rating.
Is that how you found ChessGoals?
Yes, yes,
That
yes. And
question? Okay.
so chess goals annihilates my dreams in that task. And I start to play in chess.com. And at chess.com, I started with a rating. I believe it's 1410 in rapid.
Okay.
I've never played Blitz until that moment. I start to playing Blitz after I get the study plan, and the start to play Blitz 2 days per week. But in 1400 at rapid in November to January, and I think this is my starting rating in this in this new let me say there was
Well, kind of your comeback, right? Coming
yes
back to chess.
they start from the comeback to chess. Yes.
And so I'll put your links to your usernames in the description below, but you're Moratovsky on chess.com and Mourato on Lee Chess.
Yeah. Yes, Mourato. I used it in 2012. I make a account in chess.com. Mourato.
Uh-huh.
If you see the picture, it's me and my actual wife. Né? In that time, it's my girlfriend, but today you will see me a little bit thinner, let me say that. Like 20 kilograms more.
I think we all were.
Yes. But I don't find the password to the old account.
Okay.
So I but Mouratovsky in chess.com. It's
Mm-hmm.
my actual account in chess.com. In late chess, I'm Mourato.
I like it. It kind of has like a little sounds a little like Russian or something,
Yeah.
Had that Ovsky. So then let's talk a little bit about now your current studying. So, how many hours a week do you think you're studying chess right now?
Yes. I am studying, let me say, perhaps 10 to 12 hours, but I not in little intervals. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I don't have the time to. No, I'm going to stop here now and study 2 hours of chess. No, usually it's lunchtime. I'm going to study 20 minutes here, 15 minutes there. So when I get everything, perhaps 1 hour per day. So when I'm going to work by Uber, I do some tactics at lunchtime. I study 15 to 20 minutes. And when we add each of these little intervals, usually 1 hour per 1 hour and a half per day.
That's great. I mean, it really shows how much you love chess. The fact that you're
Yes.
able to squeeze in chess every time you have some spare time. I
Mhm.
mean, that's
Yes,
really
yes.
great that you're able to do that. And one thing that we've been doing in our Discord server the last 2 months or so is we started encouraging people to play more games. And you've been taking that on and you're really playing a ton of games. And it's great to see because I think as adults, one thing that we tend to do is we think very systematically. How can we improve? And we like to study things. And you can study 10 hours a week with chess books, but if you're only playing 1 or 2 hours a week, it's very hard to apply what you've learned and correct your mistakes and things like that. So you've been playing a ton of chess, and that's really cool to see. Um,
Yeah,
what are
it,
your ratings currently?
my rating at Habit in chess.com is 1700.
So that's 300 or so points in
Yes,
8 months.
yes, yes,
Very, that's very impressive.
And Blitz, I'm started at 1300, and now it's 1500 and half,
Okay, so
something like that. So
250 or
it's perhaps I am a Class B player now. I don't know. I will wait. I will wait to for the up to date from ChessGoals, né?
uh-huh.
ChessGoals up to date to see how I am now above 1600 feed.
I mean, I
But
think you're already playing that level, so the question is, when does the rating number show it? You know, the rating
yes,
number
yes,
always
yes,
comes a little later than the playing strength.
yes.
Okay, so
But it,
let's. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, no, but it's a good thing to play many games because I'm at my level. Uh, Usually people say to study end games, but I think no, I am I am so in end games, but I think do I'm not very good at openings. So I'm studying the openings from the course from Chess Goals, the day for and Karaoke,
Hmm.
and we playing that this number of games, great number of games. I am focusing more in the middle games from that openings, and I think my chess strength gets better because of it. I don't know it's the best strategy from the long term, but it's working right now, so I am very happy with it.
No, I think that that is a really good strategy. So as white, you're following the classical D4 course that we have.
Hmm.
And then after each game, you're going back, looking at the middle game and improving. And that's exactly what I wanted people to do with these opening
Hmm.
courses. Like become an expert at all the different types of middle games and the pawn structures that come out of the course. And then maybe in 2, 3 years, you may pick up a different opening and you can still play the D4 openings and go
Yeah.
back and forth. But you're going to just keep expanding your knowledge in those positions. So I think that's awesome. And
Yeah,
then as black, you're doing Caro Kann against E4, which we have the course for. And I know you're probably the most excited person for the Slav course that's coming up
yes, yes.
against D4 and C4 Knight F3, those kind of systems.
The London, it's okay. I finished the PGN from the London,
London,
and
yep.
I know I am waiting now for the rest of the course.
And it's close to done. I have like 1.5 chapters left for the
Oh,
PGN
great.
files. So, and then what are you doing for your other chess studying? So I know you're using AIM chess. Do you want to talk a little bit about how you use AIM chess for improvement?
In chess, actually, I am using all in the statistics of it. So I see, oh, I have to get better at opening or tactics. One thing that I improved very well in the last months was the resourcefulness. Resourcefulness. Perhaps the translation is, and I noted that in my games. So I am playing. and sometimes I am behind material, for example. But many games I'm draw or won at the end.
Uh-huh.
So that question, no, perhaps now I am behind material, but I have a counter game. Do you it's okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you're getting counterattacks. Your
Yes,
resourcefulness is exactly the right term. And
yes, yes.
I think it's a sign of a strong player because, like, for example, when I play players that are stronger than me over the board, sometimes I get an advantage and it could be a pretty significant advantage. But if I'm playing, let's say, like a FIDE master, international master, they can mix up the positions so much and make it so dynamic that I get very nervous and I make a mistake, and next thing I know, I'm losing. So I think it's really a sign of a strong player to be able to fight back when you're down material. And really, it's one of the beauties of chess. The game is so long that if you are really the stronger player than your opponent and playing a better game that day, you can outplay them still, even if you're in a
Yes,
position
yes.
that's lost.
But it's great, and I use Enchant for that purpose.
Hmm.
I don't use much the exercise from them
Okay.
because I am focusing now in the woodpecker method at Chessable, and I am reading some books at Chessable because the time stuff. So if I get to home, bag a physical book, uh, the board, everything else, I lost my time. And using Chessable with the functions, I think that I have a similar experience, but at the same time, I save time for me.
Yes.
So yes, so I am reading strategies by Seiron, and for the future, I am think to read combinations beyond material and finish the 100 end games you must know.
Hmm.
My plan for the future is 1 year to finish all of them, but a little work every day. I think I can do it.
So what I really like about what you're saying is you started with the intermediate chess goals plan. And for people that don't know, the plan lays out every single day what to do. But one of the benefits, I think, of joining our chess goals community is you start to learn how to structure a plan based on your own needs. The plan is a good guide for the average player, but you're using aim chess to say, okay, I need work on these specific areas, and I'm going to tweak the plan a bit to meet my own needs, but you're still hitting every area. So you have the woodpecker method for your tactics, you have winning chess strategies for your strategy, you have the chess goals opening courses for your openings, you have the end games, 100 end games you must know. So really you have a well-rounded approach where you're tackling all areas. I think that's great. And then what you said about using Chessable, I think that makes a lot of sense too, because when I first started playing chess, and probably when you first started playing, there weren't a lot of online resources, and it does take a long time to sometimes use a physical board, get your paper book out, that wants to close on you when you're switching pages, and to go down a line and come back to a different variation. It takes a while to remember how to set up the pieces. So it's very efficient to learn chess online with a 2D board, as long as in your brain you can very easily translate it from 2D to 3D. And if you're
Yeah.
playing enough 3D chess, I don't think it's too difficult. As long as you're
Yes.
not like only looking at 2D boards, you should be able to translate it. And I think that's a good segue into over the board chess. So I know you've recently played an OTB event. Tell us about that. How did that go?
Oh, that's one is the we call Campeonato Pernambucano Absoluto in Portuguese. In English, it's the Absolute Pernambucano Championship.
Okay.
So it's very good. It's my first experience in a bigger OTB event. I played one OTB event 20, in 2012. I played one event, but a small one. And this OTB is very good because you meeting different people with different backgrounds, chess backgrounds. So, for example, my first game it's against a 200 feet player. So I played relatively well,
Hmm.
but lost in the end. My second game was against a 1600 feet player, and I won in the end game. It's a bishop knight endgame, and I win. I don't know how, let me say that, but I win.
Wait, it was
And
bishop and knight against king, or it was a bishop against a knight?
it's a bishop against a knight.
Okay, okay.
Yes, yes. I am the knight side, and he is the bishop side. It's very complicated, and I have a little headache after that game.
Hmm.
But it's a first day. The second day I went bad. I lose a game because a wrong pawn move in the end game, and I draw a winning game because I trade bishops. And in the end, I note, oh my God, it's a different color bishop's ending. I visualize that on after made the moves. So I was one pawn ahead, but the guy managed the draw.
Hmm.
So and the last day was two wins. The last win is the video, the Queen Gambit declined. I very nice video. I like it very much. But the OTB, playing OTB, it's different because we are facing our opponent. So sometimes you can get some body language to know if he is liking or not the position.
Uh-huh.
It's one of these things. I did not have problems to transform the 2D to 3D. It was simple, but playing longer times controls was a problem to me because when we are facing, for example, if I'm facing our opponent with 1300 in a rapid, the majority of the game I will explore a big blunder of him and finish the game.
Yes.
These great blunders don't occur in OTB.
Hmm.
OTB. So it's different because you have to manage and accumulated small advantages in the game to win. That is one of my problems because I usually got good positions, but I am not too good to convert it in a static advantage. And I will work in it, and I noted it in the OTB event. Perhaps if I'm playing only rapid and blitz online, I I am I not find this issue in my playing skills.
Right, because there's more variance in the play. So
Yes.
let's say you are 1600 OTB, your players and your opponents in Blitz, you and your opponents may be playing at like 1300 OTB level
Yes.
because you're forced to play faster. So there's larger mistakes. Whereas when
Yes.
you're pushing 1600 to 2000 FIDE, those players aren't making big mistakes. So you
Yes.
have to convert in the end games, and you have to realize those advantages, like you said. And also, you need to kind of like play for the initiative more. You need to give them tougher questions, encourage
Yes.
them to make the mistakes too.
So and one thing, Prestige, I look at him as the end game. No, but rarely I see end games in in online chess. Let me say, great part of it we resolve in the middle game. But in the OTB event, for six games I played, five ends with the end game.
Wow.
So only one the middle game. It's the transition between the middle game and end game. Finished in this situation. but the rest of it, it's endgame. So OTB, if you go to play OTB, you must to learn more endgame.
Yes.
This is a true statement.
So that's a really good point. And I think that's a nice benefit of playing some of these slower games and leagues online, like Lone Wolf or the 45-45 League, or in ChessGoals we have our own 30 plus 30 tournament. You tend to get more end games, and I've realized that when I do the simuls on Lichess, our time control is 20 minutes with a 60-second increment. And a lot of those games go to really tough end games, and we've had some tough end games ourselves. You beat me in one of them. Presta J always seems to beat me in those end games too. But I think getting those slow games in definitely helps with the transition to OTB. So maybe talk a little bit about how have you been trying to play some slower games online to help you train? Where do you play your slow games?
Yes, actually, only play Blitz and Rapid at online.
Okay.
I am waiting for open some clubs here, chess clubs. We have one called Soul Chess Club here, and perhaps one time a month play a slow game OTB. I am trying actually to play daily games. I have two games with Bob G and 50 Cent. We are playing two dailies,
Mm-hmm.
and today Bert Cell sent to me about the League Wolf 45-45. I think that is the name.
Yeah, that's the league.
I'm going to read more about it to start something. But actually, I am only playing Blitz and Rapid, and in the future I am included this more slower time
There's
control.
Lone Wolf is the 30 plus 30, but then there's like
Yes.
the lead. I don't forget what the league is called. I think it's just called the Lead Chess 45-45 League. But
Yes, yeah. But in the future, I am included. But actually, I don't have the time to sit and no. Now I'm going to play 2 hours. I know
yeah,
it's inviable now, but I pretend to. I pretend no pretend. I I will make some schedule modifications to
hmm
play it in the future.
oh,
Yes.
good. And that's actually kind of what I do too. I like to play the slow OTB games, but I really don't like to try to schedule 2 or 3 hours in front of the computer at a time because everything else I do is in front of the computer
Mhm,
already, and
mhm,
I would rather see that person face to face and like have the physical touch of the pieces and play
mhm,
like that. I always kind of crave that, especially with the COVID and the pandemic. Like we weren't playing over the board chess at all for like a year, and I really missed it. I missed seeing the opponent and seeing their reactions and talking about the games afterwards, watching other people play. Like just the whole atmosphere of OTB is great. So I
mhm.
prefer slow games OTB and then just Blitz and Rapid online.
So, in my last OTB, I played 17, no, 70 years old man,
hmm
and he learned to play chess at 55.
Oh, cool.
So
That's
yes,
really cool.
and I played a 12 years old boy too. So
Yes.
you can see that is a different life experience, and usually these people share it with you.
hmm
So it's a great experience too. It's not about on the chess. It's the feeling if you meet new people with different backgrounds, but with the same hobby. Let me say that.
Yes. And there's no reason that a 12-year-old can't beat a 50-year-old or a
Yes.
50-year-old beating a 70-year-old. Like it's a
Yeah.
pretty even playing field too, which is cool.
Yeah.
We at our chess club there was a stretch where we had a member who was 93 years old and we had a member who was 5 years old. And sometimes they would play each other, and it was really funny to watch because they just had a great time. I guess
No.
the dynamic was great.
No, sure.
Let's see. So we've kind of covered your training plan. Are there any other useful tidbits that you would like to give people who are looking to improve their chess or kind of trying to replicate your own success in the past year? What other general advice would you give people?
Yeah, I think you have to do something every day. 5 minutes, but you have to do something every day. The second thing is you you can't make a plan from your head and no, I'm going to follow it and like no, I stuff like no, I'm going to play hundreds of bullets because I have to see many positions as possible to 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 gain intuition. Well, that thing may work, but it's this training for you. Let me say, I don't know chess strategy very well. So if I play only bullets, I don't work in a chess strategy, and I not. And if you don't know strategy in chess, you will stay in the same forever. Like
Mm-hmm.
let me say. So you read books about chess study, talk with people with more experience than you to with these inputs, you make your own plan, but not from the zero one, not from the no. I think that's the way I'm going. No, wait, because we will use your time from this. If in we are adults, so we have other obligations. So if you get that time and don't spend it well, you are wasting it. So I think everyone can make a plan for yourself, but at the same time, you have to work with the right resources to do it. You know, so perhaps no, I do the woodpeck method, and I read 100 rating points. Perhaps work for you, but a person which is very good at tactics and not at the middle game, perhaps don't work. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I think you will have to research and know yourself to improve in chess in the end. And that's the most interesting part to me. I am very happy to find my problems and work on it. And
Yes.
that the main it's very interesting.
I think that's a really good point. So your tip number one is sort of to make chess playing a habit. Get in the
Mhm.
routine of always playing chess. You don't want to let 2, 3, 4 days go by and you haven't done any chess because you can very quickly fall out of that habit. And one nice thing about Chessable is it tells you how many days in a row you've logged in.
Yes.
So you could set a goal like, I don't want to lose my streak. Maybe you built your
Yes.
streak up to 130 days in a row of playing chess. You're going to open that app up every day. And maybe you only anticipate you're going to do one puzzle, but you might end up using it for 10 minutes, and there's 10 minutes that day. And that's going
Yes.
to work towards your improvement. And then oh, go ahead.
100 badge.
You have the
I'll
100
have to
badge?
say that.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Congratulations. And then I like your tip number two as well. If you think of other things in life that you want to improve at, oftentimes you do follow some sort of plan, whether it's like a meal plan where you're getting certain ingredients for your recipes or a gym workout plan. Like you don't walk into the gym and just say, oh, I'll pick up this weight and throw it over my head. Like if in chess, if you can create a structured plan where you give yourself a goal, like I want to play a certain number of games and work through this book, that's going to be better than spending your time thinking, what should I do today, and just kind of randomly picking activities. Or you may spend a lot of time just trying to figure out what to do and not actually doing the activities if if you don't have the plan. So I think that's a really good point. And then knowing your own playing style is your third point, and I think that's a really important one too, because what works for you may not work for the next player. So I think those are three really good tips. And that third one actually hit me hard recently in OTB. I realized I was not sharp. Like, I needed to play a lot more blitz to just get my brain thinking faster. I needed to see those tactics more quickly. So really good tips.
Oh, great. Thank you.
So I think we'll probably wrap up the interview there for YouTube. I really appreciate you doing this.
Oh.
I hope you had a good time. I had fun talking with you.
It was a pleasure too. It's great. It's great.
And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to give us a like. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. And I'll probably try to interview someone about once a month. So this is interview number 1 of the series. Let us know in the comments, what did you think? Or if you have additional comments or questions for Felipe, put it in the comments. And I'm sure he'll answer, or I'll answer and ask him for an answer, whatever. We appreciate all the feedback. So thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you in the next video.